Ever wondered how your perspective can shape your reality? It's a fascinating concept, isn't it? The lens through which we view the world can significantly impact our experiences and, by extension, our lives. Let's take a moment to delve into this a bit deeper. Picture, if you will, a gray and gloomy day. The rain is pouring down, the sky is overcast, and it seems like the whole world is covered in a blanket of dreariness. Now, you could look at this situation and think, what a terrible day. But on the flip side, you could also choose to see it as a chance to cozy up with a good book, or perhaps an opportunity to dance in the rain. This, my friends, is the power of perspective. The same situation can be seen in two completely different lights, simply based on how you choose to perceive it. And let me tell you, this isn't just about seeing the glass half full or half empty. It's about understanding that you have the power to fill the glass. Here's a little story from my own life. A few years ago, I found myself in a situation that seemed impossible to navigate. It felt like I was stuck in a maze with no way out. However, instead of letting this situation get the best of me, I chose to change my perspective. I started viewing the maze not as a prison, but as a puzzle, a challenge that I was determined to solve. And guess what? With this change in perspective, I was able to find a way out. So, what's the takeaway here? It's simple. Your perspective shapes your reality. A positive outlook can turn even the most negative situation into a stepping stone to success. Remember, your perspective can either be your power or your prison. Ever found yourself facing a mountain you thought you could never climb? We've all been there, right in front of an insurmountable task, a challenge so daunting, it feels like we're standing at the foot of Mount Everest, without a map or a guide. But here's the thing, it's in these moments when we're up against these mountains that we truly discover who we are and what we're capable of. Challenges, you see, aren't just obstacles on our path, they are opportunities for growth, chances for us to push our limits and redefine our boundaries. Let me share a personal story. A few years ago, I found myself in a difficult situation. I had lost my job and was struggling to make ends meet. It felt like my world had crumbled around me. But instead of letting this challenge crush me, I chose to see it as an opportunity to reinvent myself, to learn new skills, to step out of my comfort zone and explore uncharted territories. And so I started my own business. It wasn't easy, far from it. There were countless nights when I questioned my decision, when I doubted if I had what it took to succeed. But I persisted. I embraced the challenge. And with each difficulty I encountered, I learned something new. I grew a little more. Today, I look back at that challenging phase of my life with gratitude, because it was during that time that I discovered the strength I never knew I possessed. It was that challenge that made me the person I am today. So remember, when you're faced with a challenge, don't shy away from it. Embrace it. Recognize it for what it truly is, a chance to grow, to learn, to evolve. Our lives are shaped not by the easy days, but by the hard ones. It's in the face of adversity that we find our true selves. So, the next time you find yourself at the foot of a mountain, remember this. Challenges are not stop signs, they are guidelines. Scene script. Ever felt like giving up when the going gets tough? There's a universal truth that we all need to acknowledge. Life is tough, and there will be times when it will beat you down. It's in these moments when the chips are down that the power of persistence becomes apparent. Let me share with you a personal story. I used to be a struggling writer. I wrote and wrote, but the rejections kept piling up. I was close to giving up, ready to throw in the towel and call it quits. But something inside me refused to surrender. A small voice that told me to keep going, to keep writing, to persist. And so I did. I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. And then, after what felt like an eternity, it happened. I got my first acceptance letter. My work was going to be published. The persistence had paid off. Now I want you to think about your own life. Think about the times when you faced adversity, when you've been knocked down and left wondering if it's worth getting back up. I'm here to tell you that it is. It's worth it because the feeling of triumph, of overcoming the odds, is one of the most gratifying experiences you can have. Persistence is about more than just stubbornly clinging on. It's a testament to your character, to your resilience, and to your unwavering belief in your own abilities. It's a beacon of hope in the face of adversity, a light at the end of the tunnel that guides you towards your goals. And remember, persistence doesn't mean doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That's insanity. Rather, it's about adapting, learning from your failures, and continuing to push forward, no matter how challenging the journey may be. So the next time you find yourself on the brink of giving up, remember the power of persistence. Remember that every challenge, every failure is just another step on the road to success. Persistence guarantees that results are inevitable. Ever doubted your own abilities? It's no secret that we've all been there, trapped in the maze of self-doubt, questioning our capacity to achieve our dreams. But what if I told you that your self-belief has the power to influence your actions, and in turn, your outcomes? Imagine holding a magic wand, a wand that has the power to turn your dreams into reality. That magic wand is your self-belief. I remember a time in my life when my dreams seemed too far-fetched, too unrealistic. It was like trying to touch the sky while standing on the ground, but I held on to that magic wand of self-belief. I was passionate about writing, but the world told me it was impractical. The voices of doubt were loud, but my self-belief was louder. I believed in my abilities, in the power of my words. I wrote every day, every night, believing that one day my words would inspire others. And today, as I narrate this story to you, that dream has become a reality. My self-belief transformed an improbable dream into a tangible reality. This is the power of self-belief. It is like a seed within you. When you water this seed with positive thoughts, it grows into a strong tree, capable of withstanding the harshest storms. It's not just about believing that you can do it. It's about believing that you will do it. The power of self-belief is not a myth. It's a reality that has been proven time and again. History is filled with stories of individuals who achieved great things because they believed in themselves. They dared to dream, dared to believe, and dared to act. So, the next time you find yourself doubting your abilities, remember the magic wand of self-belief. Hold it high and let it guide you toward your dreams, because when you believe in yourself, you empower yourself to take action. And when you take action, you move closer to your dreams, one step at a time. Believe in yourself and the world will be at your feet. So, what did we learn today? We delved into the profound depths of perspective, recognizing its incredible power to shape our reality. We understood that perspective isn't merely about how we view the world, but how we choose to interact with it. It's about realizing that the same situation can be a problem or an opportunity depending on how we choose to see it. We also embraced the concept of challenges. We discovered that challenges aren't stumbling blocks, but stepping stones paving the way to our greatness. They're not meant to break us, but to make us, to mold us into the best versions of ourselves. So, let's not shy away from them, rather let's welcome them with open arms, for they are the harbingers of growth. Moreover, we explored the value of persistence. We learned that success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It's about going on when every fiber in your being screams to stop. It's about falling 7 times, but standing up 8. Remember, the darkest hour is just before dawn. So keep persisting, for your dawn is right around the corner. And lastly, we tapped into the power of self-belief. We realized that believing in ourselves is the first step to success. If we don't believe in ourselves, why should anyone else? So let's silence the naysayers both within and outside, and let's believe, for we are capable, we are worthy, and we are unstoppable. Now it's time to put these principles into action. It's time to change our perspective, to see opportunities where others see obstacles. It's time to embrace challenges, to welcome them as catalysts for our growth. It's time to persist, to keep going despite the odds. And most importantly, it's time to believe in ourselves, for we are more powerful than we can ever imagine. Change your perspective, embrace challenges, persist through difficulties, and believe in yourself. Your life is in your hands, molded into a masterpiece.